What is going on, guys? JFC here. FUT Centurions drops today, or yesterday when you're watching this video, and it was not very good. It was really underwhelming for what we thought we were kind of going to get, but apparently the face stats were actually incorrect. And the stats are a bit better than we thought initially when we looked at that picture from EA. It was very fishy, though. Like, the stats that came out onto the game were also the ones that were on, like, every picture. So it was very odd that they somehow had misaligned those two things. But apparently they did, and these cards do look a little bit better. But this trend card looks pretty insane, honestly. High, medium, 4/4 with just like great stats all around for a right back card. I cannot wait to try this card. And this Vardy card actually also got a +2 on pace and shooting, I believe. So adding the fact that he's 4-star, and he's going to be like that kind of Timo Werner-like card where he just like runs and shoots, right? That's Jamie Vardy's job. Got the outside foot shot trade too as well. Giant throw-in, which I guess is something. But this card actually has like a use now. Same with like Anti-Ray, which looks pretty good too. Ben Yedder, of course. But they look a little bit better than they did. James Milner, too. 78 pace isn't great, but 5'9", medium high. This card actually could be pretty decent. We'll see. I'm going to try him out, of course, for my tier list video. Solid player, leadership, and team player. That's the most passionate traits in the game. This might be James Milner, passion machine. Kimpembe obviously is great. And yeah, they're a little bit better. Like, Arnold's a little bit better, too. But it's just, all things considered, it's still not necessarily the best promo-looking team right now. And for SBCs, though, we got this Riyad Mahrez card, and Mahrez looks like a great SBC, honestly. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, great in-game stats with solid pace, solid shooting. The passing is there, the dribbling is of course always there with Mahrez, and 85 stamina. You always love to see that. Finesse shot trade, outside foot, flare passes. You can't, like, this card looks sick. Also play as a cam, even though the fact that he's like 250k, I think, like 87, 86, 84, I think he's like 200k, 250k. I still think that SBC is like worth it if you want to do that. I think it's going to be a very good card for you. So that came out, and we get the base icon player pick also refreshing today, acquiring the 85 and the 86 rated squad. We'll be opening that at the end of this video if you guys want to stick around for that. And we also got Hero Ledley King. That came out today. Oh my god, I almost won him. I just searched up Ledley King. He's 67,000 max price range. His card's gonna be worth more than that. Yeah, Ledley King is out, and we can't see his card now because I got rid of it, and I'm an idiot. 80 pace, 80 on defending, 80 physical on Ledley King, 6'2", medium high. Looks like your standard kind of center back, really. Nothing too crazy about him. I kind of wish they would have dropped this in the beginning of the year. I'm sure I couldn't because of like whatever reason in terms of rights and all that. But I think whatever card Ledley King gets that's like one upgraded from this is probably going to be sick. But any new heroes and new icons in the game, I don't care like if they're fodder or not. I don't think Ledley King is fodder, but I don't care because I just want them to add new icons and heroes into the game as much as they can. And I wish they would add kind of new heroes into the game or new icons into the game mid-release more often, but they haven't really done that in the past. So good on EA for doing that, but that was pretty much it for like the content today. All in all, I think it was a bit disappointing, so we'll kind of discuss what that meant for the market and how that kind of moved things, if fodder is going up or down right now. So we'll get into all that stuff right now. Let's go and look. Actually, let's start with the market because there's pretty much no leaks on any SPCs or any players coming or anything. Like, no leaks right now pretty much for anything. So combine the fact we have no leaks with a team that was a little underwhelming today. The market, it did kind of what we might expect it to do, and it did okay. Everything's kind of stayed the same. Ron 630. You already know I look at these two like every day. Ron and Mbappe 630 and 830. Same prices they've been. Adama Traore 170. Same prices he's been. I love to look at the top like 30-ish FUT and popular players. Those guys are the most in-demand cards. You can kind of tell usually how they react, what the market is looking like right now. Here's some of the prices for these new cards. By the way, Trent 250. It's actually a pretty decent deal considering like that card looks really good. Neymar's 2.65, Ben Yedder 554, Kimpembe 474. If you're asking me how I think about any of these card prices, I think that they all have room to drop, really, so don't like go in and buying some right away, in my opinion. Vardy's 112,000 coins there, but yeah, the market's basically staying the exact same. I think that we were a bit spoiled with how good Winter Wildcards was, honestly, so I think this promo, no matter almost what's going to happen, is probably not going to be as good as the last one, but it seems to me like at least Team 1 is not going to be a very hyped week for anything. I think this is going to be a pretty low-key week of FIFA, and then we'll have Team of the Year voting next week. Team of the Year, probably a little bit of Team of the Year warm-up stuff going on, plus Team 2 of Centurions. My guess is this week is going to be pretty low-key on FIFA. You'll probably see your regular gamble pack and that kind of thing, but just nothing too crazy like we saw the last week or two for winter wildcards. I'm just purely speculating at this point. What that usually means for the market, though, is, of course, that's probably going to stay okay in terms of price. I think you could even see cards up a little bit from when you're like seeing this video, say it in 6+ hours from now. You could see Marquisio and Aloe Ron and Inform Neymar and Adama. These guys could actually be up a little bit more from what you're seeing right now. I think that'll be their high points of the weekend is my guess. And then they'll probably, depending on what we get on Monday, they could go back up after a Sunday sell-off, or just like your standard kind of weekend stuff that we might see. But I think if you guys just look at like Twitter, like literally so many people have saved packs for Team of the Year. It's really insane. So I'm expecting us to see kind of a market bounce back after Team of the Year pretty shortly after, kind of what we saw last year. We saw a pretty big market rise almost directly after Team of the Year. We didn't see the panic until right about a week and a half before that. A week and a half before would be this like Tuesday, Wednesday. So if the same exact schedule that applies this year, which I'm not expecting it to be, you know, exactly the same, we would expect it sometime this week or early into next week, depending on leaks, depending on a few things that could possibly happen here. If you want to be safe, I've said it a lot recently, just be liquid, okay? Just be liquid until right kind of before Team of the Year, right when Team of the Year hits. Then we'll talk about buying cards. If you want to be 100% safe, that's going to be your go-to move. If you guys don't want to deal with the hassle of trading, you can go to utnice.com. They are a cheap, fast, and reliable site to buy or sell FIFA coins for PS5, Xbox, or PC. You can use my code JFC at checkout for a discount. Just make sure you follow the couple of instructions that they have and you'll be good to go. Let's look at Fodder for a sec because I think it's actually rising up because we got that refresh of the icon SBC, and also Zidane came out, of course, so people are still working towards that Zinedine Zidane card. Isn't it funny that Messi's going down to Fodder price, by the way? That is just insane to me. So we're seeing a couple ratings up. 87 is probably up the most. They're only up like a couple thousand coins, nothing too crazy in terms of profits. I didn't talk yesterday about buying Fodder for that new refresh because when an SBC refreshes on Friday, we see supply with it as well, like quite a bit of it. So Fodder usually just doesn't really have the capacity to rise nearly as much. So we'll check this out again, probably, you know, if we're gonna see Fodder stay the same probably today and tonight, and I would look like Sunday. I think Sunday's gonna be a great time to probably look and maybe buy some for the Monday Gamble SBC. Problem is, of course, we saw the Gamble SBC Sunday last week. So in my next video tomorrow that you'll see, we might talk about Fodder then if it's down a little bit. But yeah, that's probably gonna be the outlook on that. At E8, there's just so much up in the air right now. It's so tough to predict what's gonna happen. Gamble SBCs are releasing on different days. Team of the Year is not far away. Leaks can come out at like any second and start sparking that kind of panic. Like there's gonna be something's gonna ignite the flame of the panic sometime like this week or early next week. It's gonna be bad, and there is a chance it's not as bad as previous years because we're getting a ton of coin injection to the market right now with the draft like being a possible thing to do every single day. That's adding a lot of coins to the market, so it may not be as bad this year, but I still think it's going to be a thing, like 100% going to be a thing, especially with impacts cards. Let's open this base icon player pick right now. Okay, so here it is. Yeah, there wasn't a ton to talk about today just because like usually Fridays they just kind of drop stuff and then just that's kind of it. All right, and now I have actually a nation reveal that we're gonna do for this base icon player pick, so that should be pretty fun. I love nation reveals. All right, so here we go. If I did this correctly, we should have a nation reveal here. I'm not guaranteeing that I did it correctly, but let's see. Come on, Brazil. Come on, Brazil. Okay, so we do have it. Okay, we do have it right. So it's France, Spain, and Germany. The French one's probably our best bet to get something here. Spain is pain. I don't think there's anything I can get here. Even Baby Butra is like not great. Germany, there's a possibility. Like who I guess from Germany? Would it be Lothar? I wouldn't mind. And obviously France is Zidane, Cantona, and Vieira. There's a few good ones from France. So let's start with a German one. 80 physical. All right. 90 defending. Okay, so this is Germany. What could this even be? Oh, it's just Lothar. It has to be, right? 96 interceptions? That has to be Lothar. Is it? Oh, let's go. It is. Let's go. I'll take that 100%. All right, Spain, I really don't care. I'll just reveal this now. Javi. That's actually not that bad. That's probably one of the better Spain ones. I mean, that's not going to be ahead of Lothar. Lothar. Is it Lothar or Lothar? I don't even know. All right, let's look at France. 68 physical. All right, this automatically does not, it means it wasn't somebody I wanted. I really wanted Zidane or Vieira, and this is not going to be that. This is going to be like Trezeguet or something, isn't it? Oh, it's going to be Henry. This is Henry, isn't it? This is Henry. It is Henry. Wow. Okay, well, I just got a couple of actually really nice players in this. I'm going to take Lothar Matthäus because I actually think Matthäus is amazing this year. And he can play CDM and center mid, which is huge. This Henry card actually is better than his stats suggest, but I'm going to go with Lothar Matthäus, and we will take that. That is, I think that's a decent sized W. What's he going for on the market? It's like 600, yeah, 625K, 100%. That's like 13 million coins in FIFA 19's market. All right. If you guys did enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here for all types of content on the channel. Love you all. See you next video very soon. Peace.